There's often a sentiment around Lego that's just a kid's toy, and it's only for people that are around like 10, 11 years old or younger. And if you still had Lego when you're older, you'll be treated as kind of weird. This may be true at the very beginning when Lego was first created, where it's just directed towards children, but over time, over the almost a century where this type of product has existed, it has evolved to be way more than that. And what do I mean by this? Well, first we must establish why these older fans would even want to buy Lego in the first place. Obviously, these people won't be just like playing around with these sets, so that's not one of the factors. I think these people fit into two main categories: the ones who collect and display, and the ones who build mocks. Now, let's first explain that second reason, as it applies to more of a general audience. If we look at Lego at its core, it's just a system of different pieces. There is no implication of any like toy or anything. It's just a bunch of small little pieces that can be used to create anything. And this creates a great tool for 3D modeling if you don't want to create something from scratch or 3D print something. And although it's not common, some architects even use Lego as modeling tools to show miniature versions of what they're actually gonna make. And even if you don't want to use Lego as a 3D modeling tool, it has also become kind of a challenge in this community. And this is because although Lego can be used to build almost anything, it has very limited use to making something very detailed at a very small scale. So it has always been a very big challenge for people to make things that are like, for example, minifigure scale. And whenever someone does, it is deemed as very impressive. It's kind of like how in Minecraft you're limited to just blocks, right? And people want like all these vertical slabs or these kind of things, but it's probably never gonna be implemented. So this kind of challenge just allows for more creativity and being able to find unique and cool building techniques to make something as accurate as possible is just a very enjoyable experience. And now going back to the first reason, which is about collecting and also displaying. And I think this is what makes Lego the most different from all of the other types of toy companies. And it almost seems like as if this Lego has become its own culture of itself, because there are just people that are willing to pay like thousands of dollars just for one minifigure, which usually doesn't happen with any other like toy companies, right? Or like any other of these kind of action figures or anything. And usually the ones that become the most expensive of these like action figures or anything are usually the ones from like many years ago, or like these like Pokemon cards or things like this, stuff that has been built up from decades. But the thing with Lego is that these things can rise like triple fold in just like a few years. And this kind of Lego investing has almost become like a serious business. Like people can make their livings off of just selling minifigures. And being able to collect this Lego has become more than just, kind of getting Star Wars or Marvel. It's more like collecting the specific Lego versions of it. And it really is very fascinating because even though people say that their main point of collecting these sets is so that they could have something that looks very good on their shelves, even though there are so many other much more detailed versions of these sets out there that cost a fraction of the price. And it doesn't really matter because this collecting has become much more than just getting something that looks good. It has become collecting the brand and the rarity attached to that set. And take this information as you will, but one thing's for sure: there will never be another toy company like Lego.